নমস্কাৰ বন্ধু বান্ধৱীসকল, আপোনালোক আটাইকে মোৰ আন এটি ভিডিঅ'লৈ স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ। বন্ধু বান্ধৱীসকল, টেটকাম ৰিক্ৰুইটমেণ্টৰ শিক্ষক নিযুক্তিৰ সম্পৰ্কে নতুন খবৰ লৈ আহিছোঁ। ইতিমধ্যে GT PGTৰ শিক্ষক নিযুক্তিক লৈ কেইবাটাও গোচৰ গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ত চলি আছে আৰু শেহতীয়াভাৱে পুনৰ আৰু এটা গোচৰ সংযোজন হৈছে। এই বিষয়ত গায়ত্ৰী বৰপাত্ৰকে আদি কৰি মুখ্য কৰি 22 গৰাকীয়ে এই গোচৰটো ৰুজু কৰিছে। গোচৰটোৰ মূল কথা হৈছে 1:2 ৰেচিঅ'ত প্ৰাৰ্থীবিলাকক ভেৰিফিকেশ্যনত নমতাটো এটা মুখ্য বিষয়। দ্বিতীয়তে ৰিজাৰ্ভেশ্যন ছিষ্টেমত তালিকাসমূহ প্ৰকাশ কৰা হোৱা নাই। সেই সন্দৰ্ভত তেখেতসকলে গোচৰ ৰুজু কৰিছে। যদিও গোচৰটো ৰুজু কৰিছে কিন্তু ইমান শক্তিশালী দেখা যোৱা নাই। যিসকলে গোচৰ ৰুজু কৰিছে তেখেতসকলৰ অধিবক্তাই ইমান জোৰেৰে বিষয়খিনি উত্থাপন কৰিব পৰা নাই আৰু তাৰ ঠিক বিপৰীতে চৰকাৰী মহাধিবক্তাগৰাকীয়ে সম্পূৰ্ণৰূপে শক্তিশালী ৰূপত এই গোচৰৰ বিৰুদ্ধে যুক্তি দাঙি ধৰিছে আৰু নিযুক্তি প্ৰক্ৰিয়া বন্ধ কৰাৰ বাবে এক ৰাজনৈতিক ষড়যন্ত্ৰ বুলি তেখেতে দাবী উত্থাপন কৰিছে আৰু নিযুক্তি প্ৰক্ৰিয়াত যাতে কোনো বাধা আৰোপ নহয় তাৰ বাবে মহামান্য আদালতক তেখেতে আবেদন জনাইছে আৰু এই গোচৰটো নাকচ কৰিবলৈ তেখেতে আহ্বান জনাইছে। আৰু এই গোচৰটোৰ প্ৰথমটো শুনানিত কি হ'ল আপোনালোকক মই দেখাব বিচাৰিছোঁ। বাকী অহা 24 তাৰিখে পুনৰ দিন নিৰ্ধাৰণ কৰা হৈছে, গতিকে আহক আপোনালোকে শুনি লওক।
Gives this rejection slip. If they have any grievance regarding their rejection, they can always come before this honorable court saying that they were wrongly rejected. Those cases who have received the rejection slips, somebody has reapplied saying that you are wrongly rejected us. Those cases are re-verified now. That process is also going on. So there is nothing, no cause of action has arisen at this stage, and their whole intention is to stall this recruitment process. They are annexing some newspaper reports that during Durga Puja the recruitment will be done. Why all these things are coming up? It is a politically motivated PL to stall the government's recruitment process. Lordship will kindly see how these newspaper reports are relevant for this recruitment. They have annexed these newspapers. Nah. We are not going to do anything behind the bar, and it will be, Lordship will kindly see, page 117, 1, overlapping or babe স্নাতকোত্তৰ শিক্ষক নিযুক্তিৰ ফলাফলৰ বঞ্চিত বহু যোগ্য। If that is the case, let them come. Number 1. And number 2, another page number 111. Durga Pujar সময়ত 12 সহস্ৰাধিক শিক্ষক পদত নিযুক্তি। Wow, they are aggrieved. If 12,000 people, students who are deserving gets a job at the government level, how they are aggrieved? They are interim prayer. They are not saying all these things. They are not coming to this court with clean hands. Their prayer, interim prayer, Lordship will kindly see. They have main prayers. They want direction. Let us go to their main prayer. Page 21. Directing the respondent authority to publish the rejected list of candidates showing their ground after each stage of verification. So they want that. This is the individual. Finally, when we complete, they want every stage. They have rejected. If they have any grievance, they can come before this honorable court, or they can go to us. Those who have come to us, we are re-verifying. There may be some mistake. That is why the final list at any stage has not come out regarding the merit list. Number 2, what is their second prayer? Direct the respondent to eliminate those candidates whose names appear in 2 different subjects and to call new for documents verification in their place. How they are bothered? This is not a public interest litigation. What is your individual case? That they have to project. Third prayer, upgrade the petitioners or OBC candidates who have secured more marks or equivalent to unreserved categories. This is not their case which is being argued. Fourth, direct the respondent authorities to fill up the remaining 1, 3 to 5 to post. From where they are getting? The verification process is going on. The minister may have given a statement on the basis of the present status of verification. Tomorrow also there is a verification. Day after tomorrow there is a verification. We do not know the clear picture till now. Then what is the interim prayer? Lordship will see page 23. Your Lordships may be pleased to direct the respondent authorities not to publish the final merit list and or not to appoint anyone from the final list. So they are trying to approach this honorable court without projecting what exactly is their grievance, that you stall that process. There is some vested interest which is behind this petition. So my humble submission is that if Lordship wants, if their real case is that we have wrongly rejected them, definitely Lordship will issue notice. But at this stage, this petition is liable to be dismissed for the simple reason because we have not come to a final stage. The cause of action has not arisen until this moment. We will publish every list. Now, what is that? Page 56. Last paragraph, which my learned friend was saying. Ground of rejection, last line. Last bullet mark. Page 56. After complete, have Lordship. Last bullet point. After completion of the verification process, the zonal inspector school shall prepare a list of candidates who have been rejected, showing the ground of rejection against each rejected candidate, and shall display it in the office notice board of the inspectorate, and also submit a copy of the same to the undersigned for publication of the same in the official website, so and so. So the verification process, second stage, third stage is going on now. Once we complete it, the list will be published. But those who were rejected, they were given a rejection slip at the very time when their case was rejected, so that they can take a rectification exercise or measure. One option is that they can come to this honorable court if we have wrongly rejected them, urging that we have to revisit it, or else they approach us, which most of them have done. So that is the situation. It is still yet to be born. We have to first find out who are selected, who are not selected. Then only somebody can say that I am finally rejected for a wrong ground. But they are trying to stall our process of going for the preparation of the merit list. So that is my case at this stage.
May I, Your Lordship, first of all, Your Lordship, these politically motivated everything else, I strongly oppose to this, Your Lordship. These 8 students, Your Lordship, the cutoff mark is 66.50, Your Lordship, for graduate science, Your Lordship. They have, Your Lordship, secured 66.25, Your Lordship. Their only case is that if they go by the procedure, Your Lordship, advertisement shows, they may come within the zone of consideration, number one. Number two, they have not been rejected because they have not been called for document verification. Question of rejecting these candidates will come, Your Lordship, if petitioner wants their call for document verification. They have not been called for document verification. That is
if the process going on,
Lordship.
process is still going on.
No, process is still going on. That's why, Your Lordship, I am trying to point out one thing, Your Lordship. The advertisement, Your Lordship, addendum is very clear. It says, Your Lordship, that 2:1. That they have not followed, Your Lordship. In ordinarily, it is the advertisement which will guide the, Your Lordship, subsequent selection process, Your Lordship.
No, the final selection is yet to be published.
No, Your Lordship, final selection list will be there. But Your Lordship may kindly come to page 39 again for a moment, Your Lordship. Page 39. Very clearly it says so. For verification of qualification and other particulars of the candidates, a draft merit list will be published with a ratio of 2 candidates against 1 vacancy, Your Lord. For verification, Your Lord. For the purpose of verification, they should have published first the list, Your Lordship, where against 1 vacancy 2 names will be there, Your Lordship. First of all, Your Lordship, first list they never published, Your Lordship. By issuing individual letters, Your Lordship, they call for the, and secondly, Your Lordship will kindly see, they have not disclosed, Your Lordship, what will be the, Your Lordship, the category-wise selection, Your Lordship. That, Your Lordship, these are the candidates call for general mathematics, your lordship, graduate teacher general mathematics. These are the candidates call for general graduate teacher science. These are the candidates call for. This is not there, your lordship, and there is no, your lordship, no list, your lordship, which shows, your lordship, how many candidates from ST, SC, OBC. We belong to OBC, your lordship. We have made a specific averment, your lordship, that those candidates from the OBC category which has secured marks equivalent and more than the general category, they should have been, your lordship, adjusted in those category, general category, your lordship. That is the rule of reservation. That has not been put on. The entire selection process they have conducted, your lordship. What we are no, that is what, your lordship. They should have, your lordship, at least, your lordship, they should have disclosed how many ST students they have, candidates they have called, how many OBC, that category wise, your lordship, that has not been followed, although they have mentioned that merit list, select list will be prepared category wise, your lordship. Those are not followed. That is why we are before this, we don't want stalling of the process, your lordship. 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 No, your lordship, so far as reservation part is concerned, that's different, your lordship. That is why, your lordship, I have not, at the first beginning, your lordship, I have not placed that argument, your lordship. But the rest, your lordship, that why have you not published the first list, your lordship, containing 2 candidates against 1? That is not there, your lordship. Let them at least file an affidavit to that extent, your lordship. And we are not, your lordship, the minister's statement, your lordship, it assumes significance unless you come up with a transparent process, lordship. No, that is there, your lordship, but we don't have any option, your lordship. That is why, had they clearly disclosed everything, your lordship, the post they are going to fill up, the number of candidates, your lordship, they have called, then, your lordship, probably, your lordship, this would not have been occurred, your lordship. We only want a transparent process to be followed, your lordship. And if in that process we come within the zone of consideration, our cases should be considered. If it don't come, that matter ends, your lordship. We still feel that if they have followed the process, your lordship, we would have come within the zone of consideration. This is our precisely case. The rest, your lordship, that we are not coming at this stage, your lordship, where appointment were to be given, your lordship, so that we are trying to stall it. That is not the case. The Honorable Chief Minister is saying on 10th of October, the appointment will be given. We have come just, your lordship, just 1 month prior to that, your lordship, so that, your lordship, the appointment process does not suffer, your lordship. Let them at least produce before this court by way of an affidavit, your lordship, that what is the status, your lordship, the point we have raised, your lordship. This is my case, your lordship. I leave it to your lordship, your lordship.
By final, still they are not telling the correct facts. Some of the writ petitioners, they have not acquired their qualification on the last date of submission of application. That is the reason why some of them were rejected. They are still not telling the court.
Then let them file an affidavit to
I
that extent.
have written instructions.
Let them file an affidavit.
They are
to that
still not
extent,
telling the court what exactly is their case. I have not acquired a particular qualification on the last date of submission of application. My case cannot be considered because few other cases this honorable court has already rejected. I think Lordship has rejected also. That is their case also. And not a single word has been whispered on that respect. If that is not the case, they cannot.
If that is my case, your lordship, then I will withdraw, your lordship, my writ petition.
I was not interfering. So they are now urging that 1:1 should be one parameter. They are urging that the reservation policy is not there. They are writing or not writing. I have not gone through the whole writ petition, but few of the writ petitioners, they have not acquired their qualification on the last date of submission. So there are multiple causes of action here. It cannot come under a single writ petition. Everybody has a different story to tell. The factual matrix, factual background of each of the writ petitioner is different. In that view of the matter, this writ petition is liable to be dismissed. Let them come individually. In one case, Lordship will not decide whether reservation policy is followed or not. They may not be SC or ST or OBC candidates also. We have to go individually to each. Yeah. Unless I am an OBC, how can I urge a case regarding OBC policy or reservation policy if I am a general candidate? So a proper person who is adversely affected, they can only come. That locus is not there with the writ petitioners. The candidates who are not having the qualification on the last date of submission of application, their case is totally different from the what my learned friends are going. So in that view of the matter, let them first clarify what exactly is their case, what is their main cause of action, whether that cause of action exists or it is imaginary at this stage. Then only Lordship will issue notice. I am saying that Lordship may not be pleased to issue notice also. First, Lordship, they have to make out a prima facie case on the basis of each individual facts of each of the requisitions.
Lordship, so far as your Lordship, probably your Lordship, my learned senior counsel has not gone to my writ petition, your Lordship. All the petitioners here are your Lordship, OBC. And we have made a specific environment to that extent, your Lordship. And on your Lordship, we want your Lordship, then we are Assamese medium, general graduate teacher, science, your Lordship, we are. And secondly, your Lordship, if your Lordship, we have not acquired any qualification, your Lordship, to your Lordship, which we should have, your Lordship, before the date of submission of last date of submission of application, your Lordship. To that, I don't have that instruction, your Lordship. If it is there, let them come up with an affidavit, your Lordship, so that I can respond to that, your Lordship. Simply by making a statement, your Lordship, without bringing this on affidavit, your Lordship, probably that will not be fair, your Lordship, so far as we are concerned. Also. We only want, your Lordship, that let them come up with an affidavit, your Lordship, on all these points, your Lordship. There are still, your Lordship, 15 days there, your Lordship, for requisition to come. Prior to that, your Lordship may take up the matter and your Lordship may go to, and then your Lordship may dispose of, your Lordship. This is my humble prayer, your Lordship. Before this honorable court.
As Advocate General, Lordship, I don't have to file an affidavit. Lordship may record it. That will follow the 1978 SC/ST Reservation Rules and Regulations Act in true spirit and letter. Will follow as per. There is no question of diverting from that or not following that. Not only that, we will also follow the this Physically Challenged Reservation Act also, 2016-1995. Women Reservation, every act will be followed. And that is the case in all recruitments. In last 2 years, we have recruited more than 120,000 candidates. Not a single case there is an allegation that we have violated any of the SC Reservation Act or the Physically Challenged Act or the Women's Reservation Act. We have followed every. Here also, it will not be a different case. Lordship may record my submission. If that is their only grievance, that they are apprehending that we will not follow the reservation policy. No. These are imaginary things coming up.
I am not on reservation, your Lordship. At the first instance, I have not my, your Lordship. My point is, your Lordship, that advertisement says 1:2. You have not followed. Advertisement clearly says, your Lordship, that there will be separate list, your Lordship, for science, arts, your Lordship, mathematics, Sanskrit, Hindi. You have not followed. Why have you not followed, your Lordship? That is my case all about, your Lordship. Let them explain that by filing an affidavit, your Lordship.
That stage has not come. Once the list will be prepared, then only this allegation can become valid or invalid or effective or non-effective.
Addendum is very clear, your Lordship. Lordship. Lordship.
Only notice. Yes, Lordship. Yes.
Before vacation, a date may be fixed.
Lord. 20, Lordship, 24. 24. Deeply obliged.
10 and 11, your Lordship. Deeply obliged.